Mud, the dirty game of American elections. Mud, money undermining democracy, the dirty game of American elections. This is a game for 2 to 6 players. It is a set collection game with a take that mechanism. To win the game, you need to be the first one to have at least 3 voters from the same party or undecided in each of the 4 regions. At the end of every turn, you draw up to 7 cards. These cards will be a combination of voters and rat cards. When playing, you can play a rat, though you will adopt a scandal. These scandals may be revealed and have negative consequences. For this game, we are playing a prototype print and play. Therefore, we cannot mention much about the components other than the artwork is quite nice. It does make the game easy to play.
The setup is easy. It's a card game. Shuffle the deck, hand out the cards to the players. If the deck exhausts, reshuffle. Very easy.
For this game, there are a variety of different strategies you can take. One can be to play no rat cards whatsoever, which means you do not have any scandals. This works very well in a multiplayer game of, let's say, 4 or more players, because other people can use the rat cards on your competitors. This way you can build up your own game without worrying that someone is going to destroy your setup with a dirt card.
One of the things that you can do in this game, if you have 6 of the same symbol from a $ standpoint, whether they're upper class, middle class, or working class, is you get a bonus power. So if you have 6 of the working class, you are able to steal another working class voter, bring it over to your board. If you have 6 of the middle class, you can play an extra action that turn. And if you have 6 of the upper class, you can throw away a scandal as long as you throw away one of the other upper classes. So one thing that we found in our games is we were both kind of going for 6 of one type, if at all possible, early in the game to build up that bonus. So that is one of the tactics that you can take in the game.
Absolutely. And another one, if you're playing with, I'd say 3 or more players, would be to use those rat cards. Even if you build up your scandals, you are hurting the other players and therefore buying yourself more time to build up your tableau. And in the process, hopefully being able to steal some cards from the other players.
I think as the game goes on as well, you want to have more than, even though you only have to have 4 voters of the same type in the same row, you're going to want 6 or 7 if at all possible, because people are going to be stealing things. You're going to get scandals that are taking things away. And especially as you get later in the game, there are just more of these things circling around because you have to keep reshuffling the deck. Most of the voters are out on the table, and then you're just getting more scandals and rat cards just kind of reshuffled back into the deck, and it just becomes a bit of a rat power fight. So just be aware of that and try to keep excess voters, because you probably will be giving them up at some point.
I find that this game at 3 and 4 players is very replayable. Lots of variety, and just the different players you're playing with will change the game. If you like villainous, I think this would be a game for you. Also, the theme on the game being American politics definitely is fitting for today's day and age. And then I would say at a 2-player, it can get a little bit repetitive, but definitely better at more players.
So Lisa, do you think this game goes the distance?
I do think this game goes the distance. It is a lightweight card game, but easy to pack, easy to take places, small footprint. So overall, I think it would definitely stay in the collection.